Hi, my name is Michelle and I talk books. Today we're going to be talking about Matthew McConaughey's newest book, only book that I know of, called Greenlights. It's already #1 on the New York Times bestseller and just came out October 20th. Crazy. But you know what? Now that I've listened to it, it's not that crazy. It is an amazing book. I'm going to give you 5 reasons as to why you need to get this book, but listen to it. I always listen to memoirs, especially when they're by someone famous like him. You need to listen to it. It's short. It is so short. It's right around 6 hours. Such a quick listen. You are going to be so happy that you did. You're going to thank me. Thank me below. As soon as you're done, you're going to thank me. It was so much fun. #2, he's hysterical. I found myself listening to it, laughing. If you need a reason to laugh this week, here you go. I'm going to give you your reason. He, of course, he's going to be good. He's an actor. Of course he can act out his own book. I mean, that's a no-brainer. #3, he's motivating. He isn't someone who was just handed a Hollywood career. Nobody came by and said, "Hey, Matthew, do you feel like being an actor?" No, he has an amazing story from his childhood to becoming a star. And what happened. Every chapter is so motivating. At first I was like, can Matthew write a good book? You're probably thinking the same thing. I didn't know if I was going to like it. I didn't know if it was going to be fun or not. And then I saw it went right to #1. And then I saw he was all over the talk shows, all over the place. And I'm like, okay, fine. I'm going to be there with him, whether it's good or bad. I want to see for myself. That's how I am. I want to experience it for myself. And then I get to tell you, which is kind of odd, right? I don't like people telling me, but that's only if they have a negative. If they have a positive, I want to hear about it. I'm always suspicious of negative, especially when I see it's #1 on the New York Times. I'm a little suspicious. Okay, #3, he's successful. He does have something to say because he did it. And you want to know how. I did not know his story. I don't know about you. I watched all his movies though. I loved his movies. I loved his rom-coms. He's known for those. He has a lot of funny stories about those too that you're really going to enjoy. He's modest. He is so modest about his success. And I love his journey because every time he got really successful, it's almost like he had to bring himself back down. Like he couldn't allow himself to be one of those actors who then gets a big head. And I can think of a couple off the top of my head that were probably not that much fun to be around, but he would be fun to be around. I want to be around him. When you hear his story about how he met his wife, I want to be around him. He sounds like the coolest dad ever. He has 3 children. I think that they probably have a great time with him. And I'm going to give you a bonus one. He's lovable. I absolutely love him now. Before I read this book, I was a fan. I have to tell you, I was a fan, of course. Matthew McConaughey, what's there not to like? He's a great actor. He's fun. But not only is he fun, he is so lovable. And you're like, I want some of that energy. I want some of what he has. I'm so sad that it's over. And I have other great books that I'm reading at the moment, but I almost didn't want to let him go. I'm like, oh, Matthew, I'm sure you have more to say. Please write another book. I'm begging him to write another book. I want to read it. He has a very unique style too. And I don't think he had any help whatsoever. I did not see that anywhere, but his style is so unique. It's not boring. He's a poet. So everything kind of rhymes. And then his green lights, he calls those moments in your life that you have to pay attention to, that the universe kind of gives you this green light. And we pay attention to all the red lights, but we don't necessarily pay attention to the green lights. And if that is all I take away from this book, I found myself, I've listened to it yesterday and today, and I have found myself trying to look for the green lights. Stop looking for the red lights in your life. Start looking for when the universe says yes, instead of when the universe says no. His optimism, the way he looks at life, you want to go out there, you're like, yes, I can do this. Whatever you want to do, he makes you want to go do it. I was sitting there last night thinking, what do I want to accomplish today? Because he makes you want to accomplish things. You got to let me know though. Let me know if you've read it. Let me know if you're going to read it, and then come back and tell me what you think. I don't know anyone who's read it yet, so I am so anxious to talk to someone. I want to talk to you. Please. Please talk to me. I like to beg people to talk to me. Please talk to me about this book. I want to know. You will be happy. Like I said, it's short. No matter what you're doing right now, you're doing dishes, you can listen to an Audible. You're driving, you can listen to an Audible. It's a great week for it. We all need a little bit of laughter. So let me know. Thank you so much for watching. Hit like if you enjoyed it. Subscribe if you have not already. And until my next video.